everyone, it's Contradicting the Guide here, and welcome to my very first Let's Play on the big screen. Let's play with Operation Xeno, Xenosaga. Again, as I said just 2 seconds ago, that this is going to be my very first Let's Play on the big screen, and I have many more planned. With Operation Xeno, we are going to be Let's Playing Xenosaga 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 DS. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Xenogears and Xenoblade, but I have both already, so I'll think about that. And don't mind the thing keep on rolling. Whatever. I just need to keep on talking. Because I'm not going to talk during these cutscenes too. So otherwise I would just let it roll around and we can keep on talking, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. But it will help explain, though, after the cutscenes are finished, what some of the Nietzschean themes are, and what makes the game so deep and so rich, and why it actually should be part of the HD remake. That's why this is with Operation Xeno, because we really need this in HD. I mean, it would tell the story amazingly better, in my opinion, but it still does a pretty nice job. And plus, it gives them a second chance to tell the story how they wanted. Even though they can't make probably all 6 as originally intended, they can at least fill in a little more with HD consoles. Yeah, that's it. This guide, oh yeah, for those of you who aren't with Operation Xeno and just are with this just to enjoy it as it is, this guide will pretty much help you strategically, but will also, okay, and sorry, the volume, but the game will also help you. This guide will also help you strategically, and it'll be for a good laugh. Every now and then when it gets to it, I don't know, it's very laid back, very nonchalant. I'm definitely going to help you guys, because as my name implies, Contradicting the Guide is here to contradict the guide. I am here to provide you with as many alternative and as many fast strategies as you guys want. And remember to ask, comment, whatever, however you're reading this, to explain to me what your parties are, and what parties you would prefer to use throughout each boss and through the bosses that are coming up. I have my own very specific people, but again, there are alternative strategies for everything, and I'll try my best to cover as many as I can to make the fastest, easiest experience to make you guys go through these Xenosaga games, and through other Let's Plays that I will be doing. And I am going to post another one relatively soon. I have it recorded, and I'm pretty excited. Oh yeah, and finally, sorry, I'm just gonna keep on talking, but my Let's Play with Final Fantasy Tactics A2, if a couple of you seen that, yeah, my data, all of it got lost. So you're not going to be seeing that too much for a while, because again, I lost all the data on there. I may pick it back up, but at this point I'm gonna go with Xenosaga and the other surprise HD consoles and other consoles on here. So I'm gonna be pretty much console Let's Playing for right now. Without further ado, I've done enough. Let's play Xenosaga.
down there is hard, so be careful when you dig.
Yes, sir.
Doctor! Dr. Masuda!
What is it? Did you find something?
Yeah, we followed the corridor from the lakeside. It matches the location described in the
That must
research
be
paper.
it. Good. Show us where it is.
It's different from the others.
I knew it!
It's over there.
This must be...
startup experiment. Open up an interconnection.
Roger. Opening interconnection. Connecting with dummy protocol.
A-line protocol zone secured.
Opening cage partition. 60 seconds to release. Beginning countdown. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51.
All monitors clear.
3, 2, 1. Partition open. Proceeding with Cosmos body formation.
Body formation complete. Commencing Penfield mapping.
Proceeding with Encephalon construction.
Mapping percentage at 76, 77, 78.
Encephalon construction complete.
There's noise appearing in the temporal lobe.
What's the problem?
It's on the left side of the temporal lobe. I'm showing slight stimulation of the synapses in section 818. It's within permissible bounds, though. Do you want to abort?
No. Let's keep going. Just stick to the menu. I'll try for a direct approach. Back me up.
Roger. Launching Nataraja connection system.
Password accepted. Commencing Nataraja boot-up sequence.
Alan, there seems to be a problem with the visual field connection.
Ah, I see a small break in the MT field, route K12. It looks like the bi-directional link in the V4 field is lagged too. Hold on a minute. I'll fix it now. How's it now, Chief?
Okay. Looks good. Let's keep going.
Roger. Proceeding with Cosmos host separation.
Morning, Cosmos. How do you feel?
Good morning, Xian. All systems are normal.
Well, how about introducing yourself?
I am an anti-Gnosis humanoid fighting system, serial number 0000000001. Development name KPX, abbreviated name Cosmos. As I am currently configured for simulated battle, my output is limited to 22% of its normal capacity. My estimated weapons specifications are...
All right, that's good enough. Thanks.
You are welcome.
All I have for you today are the usual startup tests. Sorry to wake you up just for that. You'll have to go back to sleep once everything's checked out.
I see.
Do you feel sad or anything?
A predetermined set of emotions has been hard-coded into my emotion module to better facilitate interactions with humans. In order to better facilitate a relationship with you, Chief Engineer Shion Uzuki of the Cosmos Project, Vector Industries' first R&D division, I will emit an expression such as sadness only when that response is deemed necessary. However, the emotion module of my program has determined that this is not necessary at this time.
I guess you're right. I, of all people, should know that.
Your understanding is appreciated.
But you know, Cosmos, I've got mixed feelings about all this. Of course, I'm happy that you're awake, but the fact that you'll go back to sleep makes me a bit sad. On the other hand, the next time you wake up, it may be a time of much bloodshed. So deep down inside, I hope that day never comes. Understand?
The algorithms I have been programmed with do not support the comprehension of illogical human thought.
Well,
No, Cosmos.
I hope you'll be able to understand someday.
I will do my best.
All right, Cosmos, shall we get started? Alan, let's pick up from process 277 where we last left off.
Roger. Placing target drones in the encephalon. The drones are set to random movement and enemy ambush. How about a test run before the mission, Chief?
Sure, let's do that. Did you get that, Cosmos?
Affirmative.
Okay, well, welcome to Xenosaga, everyone! These cutscenes are a little bit long, so I don't know how I'm going to let's play all this and do it evenly. Because I've seen some of these cutscenes last 30 minutes, but that's okay. And I'm not going to read all these. I don't think it's really necessary because I can teach you guys how to play it right now. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Okay. Sorry. A quick explanation of the battle. Like I said, you'll pick up on it pretty quick if you're playing or not. On the bottom right is the turn slot. Nothing very special there. Usually I have 3 to 4 squares per slot, per round. And you can select enemies with the red arrow right over there. I don't think you can see, yeah, no. It'll turn green when you're selecting an ally. Now, when you select a target that's on the turn slot, the square will raise up like this. You see that he is currently not on the turn slot, but he is because you see that his turn slot square went up. To the left of the turn slot you have what is called the, I think they called it like slot machine thing. Yeah, the exact words. This is the slot machine thing. That basically gives you a random bonus with each turn, and it changes. It'll be either a critical boost, a boost gauge boost, or it'll be a coin, AP, EXP boost, all of that all in one, or it'll be nothing like it is right now. The boost gauge is up there. When you have R1 pressed like this, you can be able to choose what allies you are able to boost and basically shove into the turn slot when they have at least one boost gauge point. In order to fight, you can use square, triangle, or later circle. I'll explain all that stuff later. But for right now, we won't use that for quite a while. Or, well, the shortcut anyway. You can use normal tech attacks. And what tech attacks are is when you would reach 6 AP points, which is just above the boost gauge, right up there. And once you reach 6 AP gauge, you can use basically a very powerful special attack. Now, however, each attack that you use would cost 2 AP points. So in order to get 6 AP points, you basically have to skip a hit. Like this. Now Firecracker and Ether attacks do, for in the very beginning, much better damage. If you wanted to just use both attacks, you would lose all your AP points and be unable to do a tech attack the next round. Like this. See, the benefit with Cosmos with Blaster is that her Ether attacks is so powerful that she can kill a machine in one round, like that. Now, this is what a tech attack looks like when you have 6 AP points. Yeah, whatever, Lightning Blast is good enough. I'll tell you guys which ones are best with every, basically, enemy. And then you can do some experimenting on your part. I think I'm gonna try my best just to run through everything at least once. But for right now, I think that's everything. This is R1, L1, change. Oh yeah, that's nothing special. Yeah. When you have Cosmos, usually it's best to do the Blaster, actually. Oh, when you're not using a tech attack, because the Blaster is actually pretty powerful. Cool. We won our first fight, y'all.
All processes to 300 cleared.
Chief, the data transfer is going smoothly. The A-line protocol is looking good.
It sure is. The response levels are really good.
If we can maintain these levels, we'll have some great results soon.
Yeah.
Chief?
Hey, Alan. Let's skip all 300 level processes and start from 400.
Huh? 400? Chief, but that's...
I feel pretty confident this time.
But, Chief... Remember what happened last time? Had we waited 10 more seconds to intervene, we wouldn't have been able to get you back at all. Can't we at least test it out in objective mode?
You know we can't get precise data that way. I'll be fine. If something happens, I'll get myself out. Besides, you want to test it out as well, don't you? We spent all night building the native A-line protocol.
Well, yeah, but...
That settles it. Let's get started.
Alright then. But if anything happens, I'm gonna shut it down from here. So don't press your luck.
Alright, alright.
And don't deviate from the program.
Okay, Mom.
Jeez, this is so typical of her. Will she ever stop to think about the hell I go through for her?
You know, sir, the way you worry about Chief Uzuki all the time. I'm surprised you haven't keeled over already.
Hey! That's enough! Is the 400 level program ready to go?
We're ready to go anytime.
Then start up the program. I want detailed reports from every monitoring station. Any abnormalities, and I'm shutting down immediately.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, again, there are going to be a lot of cutscenes. I forgot. Was this the Encephalon? I don't think. This is technically an Encephalon. Whatever. There are at least 3 Encephalons within this series. Okay, that's it. Well. First off, there isn't too much to explore here. But you might as well go up and grab the treasure chest that's up here. Now, note about Shion. There you go. Remember that when you shoot a trap when an enemy is in the way, they halt, which is very useful when you're trying to escape, and you can have a special bonus. This bonus right now, which is the red trap, gets you 1 boost gauge already. So, however, both of them are already on the turn slot, so they cannot be boosted again. Keep that in mind when you're planning things and strategizing, that you cannot boost when you're already on the turn slot itself. Now, let's see if it's 50. 68. I'm sorry, I have to look on a different screen because part of my TV is broken. 50 and 50. Okay. I'm just maneuvering the volume. I'm gonna have to get used to things for a little bit. I'm gonna say I don't think Shion can kill a guy in 1 hit yet. Actually, I think he can. With high critical, you can kill anyone in 1 hit for the first level. You know, Cosmos can. Oh yeah, and by the way, your AEP and your boost gauge does not filter out into the next battle, so it's better just to use the boost points when you have them. Just helpful tips.
Great! I collected some good data.
Cool. Always, it's good to always kill people. Also, by the way, when you're, make sure to keep in mind and look back at the turn slot machine thing that I championly dubbed. Because if you can kill an enemy when you're on the little coin thing, you'll see the golden coin and the plus sign. Then you'll get very good boosts. You can either multiply your AP by 2, 4, 8, or 16. And it can be really useful when you're really trying to level up and stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack this guy.
Okay, here we go.
See the golden coin right there. If you can kill someone in 1 hit like this, you can get very nice bonuses that is helpful for EXP. My points have multiplied by 4. Okay. The slot machine, however, does carry over into the next battle, so if the battle were to end at the boost up, which is what that is right now, then it would, I think, either stay, carry over into the next battle and stay as the boost gauge. Actually, no, never mind, sorry. I'm gonna go into the next one. So I think the next one is the coins. So the next battle would be for the coin slot. Okay.
The enemies have been exterminated.
Cool. Yeah, this is triangle, this is the menu. These are your items, all your usable items. I'll explain the rest of that junk later. Xion and other allies that you'll obtain can also use ethers. I don't think any of them need to use it now, no. But Xion has the healing spell Medica, which is very useful. Tech attacks, you can set your tech attacks. We don't know any new tech attacks, so we don't really need to set them, which is what that is specifically for. Skills, you can extract skills and equip skills from equipment and armors. Characters is switching your allies, but since we only have 2, you can't really do that. Eggs will be explained in a little bit. Battle formation is important to know. Okay. Let me just explain this right here. These top 3 allows you to attack. And these will put you on the front lines of battle. When you put these back of the formation, you cannot attack, which means you cannot use square or triangle commands. And you can't use circle commands either. I don't even think you can use far commands. I don't think Cosmos can use her circle command when she's at 60 HP. But even if so, this is mostly for the healers in your party. Even if that, because they can't really do anything other than heal or go into their eggs, which is your robot mechanics. So you won't really have many people on the back. I'm going through the human right now. Okay. Now, to start off with things, remember that this game is wholly based on philosophies, psychology, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Xion is what's known as an Enneagram Type 7, where we'll figure out later in the game that she's pretty much had a really bad life without getting any spoilers. And this bad life causes her to focus on her work and completely delve herself into the work that she's in, which is working on the Cosmos project. Again, fear is a major factor within the first game. I think the second one dealt with grief, and I forgot what the third one dealt with. But basically, when you're watching through this game, just think about fear and Nietzschean themes, and also, if you know what the Enneagram types are, you can do the research on what they are. And that is what a lot of the personalities of these characters are based off of. Xion is based off an Enneagram Type 7. Cosmos, of course, is the exception. And instead, what Cosmos symbolizes is that she symbolizes the Nietzschean, basically futuristic society that has grown into the 4000 AD. When you're looking into this world, just think of this world as if Nietzsche was completely right in everything. And this is what society has grown on without any spiritual growth on anything. Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's actually very interesting philosophies. But yeah, when you think of Xion, or when you think of Cosmos, Cosmos is definitely meant to depict on what society has grown into, basically without any spiritualization, only have emotions when necessary, you know, very, well, robotic as she is. You don't really need to use tech attacks unless, except for the major bosses in this simulator environment. Just to let you know. My hit points are running a little bit low for Shion. Yeah.
Open ether circuit.
The game's not this easy right away. Then again, every beginning area seems easy, am I right? Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. When I grew from the side, I think it's locked.
Who goes there?
So you can do that and lure enemies in. Remember, even when enemies chase you down, that can still be useful in putting them into traps.
Let's go on.
Cool. Don't forget to grab. There we go. Don't forget to grab your revive. If you're really starting to get to the flow of things, this revive can really come in handy for you. And again, sometimes enemies can really catch you off guard as well. And hey, you may need to revive every now and then. Forgot, I think they're relatively expensive in this game. I don't remember. I know that you can purchase packets, or what are called ether packs, which are basically like your magic points or your ethers, if in your Final Fantasy games. And those are actually just as cheap as getting hit point packets, healing potions, whatever you want to call them. They're known as med kits. Oh yeah, also, remember, one of the major downsides of Xenosaga, at least to me, is that there are no boss battle themes. You only have this theme throughout the whole game, and then you have the final boss theme. Okay. Basically, eggs are basically giant robots, mechas, that you can equip in the game, and they're pretty much, if you ever played some of the Final Fantasy games, they're like the summoning monsters, or especially like something in Final Fantasy X with the Aeons. It's like, it helps, but it's almost like a cop-out, and honestly, I never really needed to use them. I mean, really? I never liked the eggs. I mean, like I said, it seems as a cop-out, and you can purchase a whole bunch of stuff for your eggs as well. You can even purchase new eggs, but really, you don't really use it. You don't really need to, especially since in some battles that you don't even use it in the first. That you cannot even use it in the first place. So that's another major disadvantage to using eggs. And second, I'm personally not going to use it throughout this Let's Play because there are plenty of alternate strategies, and there are those who won't basically use eggs ever in their lifetime, and if I say, oh yeah, use these eggs that I used and built money for, people are basically going to be in the dark. So I will not use eggs, and I will only use all the allies that I have available to me. And honestly, I've beaten the game, at least, I think I've beaten the game 3 times without using eggs, except when mandatory. So, but you don't need to use eggs, don't worry about it, just forget it.
There! Charging! Our cannon!
Another thing to keep in mind, yeah, you will not be able to recover during the battle if the egg's hit points reaches 0, meaning you cannot be revived once you die as an eggs. So that's another big disadvantage of using an eggs, is that if you get caught off guard and you suddenly die, then you die. And you will not be able, you will pretty much have 2 allies in the fight, and when you're in a really tough boss, you kind of need all 3 allies. Hell, you would need 4 in some of them, but you can't. So that's why, don't use eggs.
All systems clear.
I'm hungry. I'm always hungry, oh my god.
Status check.
I don't see anything unusual. All systems are stable. It's looking good. This ought to make up for last month.
I sure hope so. Cosmos has reached the checkpoint. Entering process 431.
Replacing targets with Type G drones. Commencing display.
Oh yeah, and you can walk by enemies. Some enemies relatively well if you walk and you will remain undetected. But some enemies are immune to that. This is a saving spot, yay. I think there was another saving spot when we get up here. Actually, shit, how much time do we have? Nope, oh well, JK. It's been a lot more time than I thought. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching my very first Let's Play in the big screen and Operation Xeno's official Let's Play. I am contradicting the guide / Junior. You can now refer to me as contradicting the guide from now on. It's fun. I hope to see you guys next week. Toodles.